watch it all fall down, Babylon.
Hey, what's up guys, it's Tiffany and welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to show you how to create this look. This is my kind of unconventional 4th of July look. I feel like a lot of 4th of July looks are like a cut crease with some like white glitter and all kinds of stuff. So I just did like a really deep blue eye and a red lip to kind of like pull that like Independence 4th of July kind of red, white, and blue look. I didn't really use any white, but like my highlighter is pretty white. So yeah, so this is my look. So if you want to see how I did it, please continue watching and don't forget to subscribe and like this video. So yeah, so let's get into the video and switch to voiceover mode. So let's start with our photo focus primer, dewy base for Wet n Wild. Then we're going to go on with the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Foundation in the second to lightest shade in Shell Ivory and put it all over our face. Probably way too much, but oh well, that is what we're doing today. So I'm going to take this Real Techniques Beauty Sponge and kind of just blend that all over our face, buff it into the skin, make it look like a second skin, just make it look all nice and perfect. Then we're going to go in with our Photo Focus Concealer in the lightest shade and put that underneath our eyes and on our forehead to kind of spread that all out. Also concealing like little blemishes and stuff. I certainly have a lot of them right now. And then we're going to put it also on our chin and other little blemishes around there and blend it in with the same sponge that we used for the foundation. Then I'm going to start baking with the Coating Airspun powder in the shade Translucent and just put that under the eyes to set and catch fallout from the eyeshadow that we'll be putting on very shortly. So just pack that on there. Now using a spoolie and an angled brush, we're going to use the spoolie to begin brushing out our brows just to keep them tamed and in place for us to put our brow product in there. Now of course I'm using the ABH Dip Brow Pomade in the shade Chocolate. This is my Holy Grail product and I'm just going to start off by kind of leaning back and of course covering up the brow with my palette. But we're going to just start kind of shaping the brows, and I like to do my brows step by step on each brow. I do both brows at like the same time. I don't like to do one by one because I like to be able to compare them each step of the way. So as you can see, I'm just putting an outline on the brow as tight to the actual brow as I possibly can get so I don't end up making them super huge and hating them. So just do that and kind of continue to outline the brows and forming like the end and edges of the brow. I like to avoid the top inner corner, and then I just go in and start filling in the outer 3/4 of the brow, kind of leaving that 1/4 go for a hot second, and then making sure the tail of the brow is nice and even. Then going back into the inner 4th of the brow, kind of only filling in the bottom half of the inner 4th, bringing it up in kind of like a slanted motion, leaving the inner top 4th of the brow kind of empty. Now we're going to go into the inner top 4th of the brow and just feather that up, kind of creating like little hairs, and definitely lighter to not create like a box brow. Then you're going to use the same concealer I used before and just clean up the brows, which I think is a very important step. No matter if you think your brows are perfect or not, it's always a good idea to kind of clean them up and outline them with some concealer. So that's what I'm doing. Now here's my brows that I'm going to show you in my little brow dance here. Don't know what that is, but did it. Now let's get a little closer and start this eye look. I already did the other eye and we're just going to do this other eye here. So this is a light shade from the Morphe 35B palette and we're just blending that into our crease, kind of just creating this really nice look. It doesn't look really nice right now, but it will eventually. So just blend that out and really just blow it out so it's like a nice blown out shadow look here, as you can see, and just keep working with it until you are satisfied. Then you're going to go in with the ABH Subculture palette and use that really dark blue shade, as you can see, and just put that over your whole entire lid. So definitely just cover that whole entire lid. This step does not have to be perfect, just kind of pack it in there and make it look similar to your other eye. Try not to miss a spot like I do quite often when I do a look like this. And then what you're going to do is actually take the deep blue shadow from the 35B palette and pack that on top of the other one, creating this really, really pretty, really deep blue look that kind of matches the background of the video as I'm looking now. Wow. So now you're going to just continue to pack that on there. Make sure you cover the whole eye, which kind of seems redundant because we just did that, but I really like the color. And then using that same color in your crease to kind of blend the two shades together. Now I'm going to use a small pencil brush and a black shade to really deepen that crease and make this a really, really dramatic look. Now using a flat brush, I'm going to use the shade from the ABH Subculture palette to go underneath the eye and just kind of cover the under eye. And then using a shadow from the light blue shadow from the 35B, kind of smoke that out under the eye to kind of create a very dramatic and blown out look as we have here. And I'm actually doing both of my eyes right now and of course covering it up. So now we're going to use the Tarte Park Avenue Princess Contour Palette and kind of just chiseling out the cheekbones, blending it upwards in an upward motion and little circles. I promise this gets better than what it looks like on camera right now. So we're just going to keep going with that and do both cheekbones, of course. So yeah, and then we are going to bring it up onto the forehead to make our forehead look nice and chiseled, and then use the darker shade in this palette to kind of like bronze it up since it is a more bronzy, warmer shade, and just use a big fluffy brush. And now we're going to use a smaller angle brush to attempt to contour the nose. So I'm just putting the two lines with the lighter shadow down the bridge of my nose, and we're going to kind of skip past this a little bit because I don't know what I'm doing and you should not follow what I'm doing here. So let's keep on moving. So now we're going to go in with the Wet n Wild Color Icon blush and pearlescent pink and just dab that on the apples of our cheeks right above our contour, blending it in with our contour and setting it with the Wet n Wild Natural Finish setting spray. So now we're using the Jeffree Star Cosmetics little highlighter here. This is the shade Crystal Ball. I'm putting it on the bridge of the nose and the cheekbones. And now we're using the ColourPop Creeper liquid lipstick. It's an ultra matte liquid lipstick, and we're just going to use this red to kind of bring together our red, white, and blue look. Just kind of putting that on the lips like you do with lipstick. I love a classic red lip, and I think it kind of gives an interesting look to this. So now we're using the Essence mascara in the shade False Lash Effect, and I love this mascara. It is so cheap and it's so good. So we'll put it on our top lashes, not that heavily because we're going to put false lashes on later. Then of course putting it on our lower lash line, just putting this on heavier than the top. And now I'm going to add the shade from the Modern Renaissance palette into the inner corners and underneath the brow bone. Ignore how dirty my palette is. It's kind of disgusting. So now I'm going to put on an Ardell Wispy Lash. I think these are one of the double up ones, and just kind of place it on the eyes. And that is it for today. I hope you liked this look. Hey, what's up guys? Thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed that video. I hope you guys liked this look. If any of you guys recreate this look, please tag me on Instagram or Twitter or wherever. All of my social medias are in the description box below. Please follow me. Please give this video a big thumbs up, subscribe, comment down below. Do all those things. You know what to do. So also please go check out my previous video. It's my Meeting 5 Sauce video. I worked really hard on it, and I hope you guys will give it a watch and give it a like and share it because I really want to get that out there because I worked really hard on it. So yeah, I will see all you beautiful nameless people next week. Bye guys. It finally happened. I met 5 Seconds of Summer.